how do you guys as dads, and Efren got a lot of kids, Josh got a lot of kids, Brian got a lot of kids, I got too many kids,
Matt got some on the way.
Matt gonna have a whole bunch of kids. How do you keep the family fresh, but pinch pennies, or keep it from getting out of hand? That's one thing about sneakers. They can be a very expensive thing to especially when your kids' feet grow so fast. So we'll start with you, Josh, because you got probably more kids than a little bit.
Oh, Brian was ready. Yeah, this sounds like.
Well,
you got the Birdman hand.
Efren's got the most kids for sure, so I'm going to be listening intently when I hear his answer. But for
most
me,
of his kids are barefoot, so we want to talk to you about your kids.
Yeah. So for me, I mean, I think you just have to buy them a bunch of mids because they're much more affordable than the regular retro highs.
I love it.
And I try to get them some Ultra Boost, but they're still charging $180 for those, even though they're not cool anymore.
So this has gone off the rails.
So I don't really know what to do. So Sketch, Matt, Efren, what do you got? Any advice?
Pay less.
They don't exist anymore, and you ain't got no kids. You shut up. Sketch.
So all right. So I have 4 kids, and so they're, what I'm saying, like they're all athletes or whatever. And so I have this app that it's an Adidas app, right? And they always let me know when stuff is on sale. But the good thing about Adidas and the way that they work everything out, like their clothes are great, right? And then their Ultra Boost, when they first
this
released,
sounds more and more like an ad every time you open your mouth. So, not only are their clothes great, but like, come on, man.
Do some Adidas logos over his video.
But no. So Adidas, they always have sales, right? This is how I do. They always have sales. It's usually like 40% off, 50% off. So along with Adidas, like their clothes are sustainable. Then when it comes to their Ultra Boost, when they first drop their full price, but then they come down in price and they're usually 40% off. So my son, you know what I'm saying? Like not only do they look fresh, like they're also comfortable, you know what I'm saying? Like in whatever whatever they do. So I don't know, for real, like that's really what I do. I look for sales when it comes to different brands that are sustainable and cool. And then I let them, you know what I'm saying, like choose based off of what they want. My daughter actually just had a whole makeover based off of 40% off sale going on at Adidas. And then, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to sneakers and all that stuff, I usually go
How'd you get that discount?
Yeah, that sounds like Matt's all discount.
That sounds like an influencer coupon code if I've ever
just use the code BBSketch.
BBSketch 40? Is that what it is?
Use the code Bubble Tea.
Yeah. No, we don't want to get into that. Kung Fu, shout out to Kung Fu Tea too. But nah. So eBay too, man. When it comes to shoes for my kids, like I go on eBay, I usually click the, you know what I'm saying, like the low cost stuff. Where I did go wrong though is try to make, my kids appreciate the stuff that I like. And so like I usually like the way that we spend time and try to, even the playing field, like I try to see where they're at, what they want, what they think is cool, and not be so judgmental. And that's been entertaining to me because some of their choices are trash, but at the same time, like I can see why they like the stuff. So
you tell them it's trash?
I just like I followed up with a question. I'm like, those though, you know what I'm saying? Like doing like those.
Well, no. To echo what you said, Brian, though, eBay is great. I just typically order a size up for my kids because by the time they ship to me, usually they've grown. At least
Oh man.
So
just and even with that, like my son, right? He's a natural athlete, but for some reason he doesn't care what he puts on. And I had to be able to accept that. Like he doesn't even like he'll wear like some off-brand Crocs that his mom got him, and like it'll be Crocs with an air bubble, and I'm like, what are those? Like what? Like he's like they're comfortable. I'm like, all right, man. And then I can't let my, you know what I'm saying, like the way that I grew up affect him because he just if they work for him, then I have to be okay with that. But I'm like, yo, A
Yeah.
Croc with an air bubble, and they're not Crocs. Like,
That's good. He's not trapped into the system of like worrying what to wear, you know. So
Right.
you save money that way, I guess.
Yeah.
And,
I'll echo that. Yeah.
I know this has nothing to do with shoes, but he went back to school for the first time yesterday. He's packing a lunch, and he put his lunch in like an old Hello Kitty lunch bag from like 5 years
Nice.
ago that he
That's
found.
that's when you got to grab it away. Like, son, no.
I did that, but the thing that's entertaining is the fact that he's like, yo, my friends don't care. I just need a bag for lunch. And I'm like, you know what? That makes sense, but you're still not going to school with a, you know what I'm saying? A Hello Kitty bag. I was like, I
Yeah.
appreciate
I hear you, son.
You
but-
grabbed it
I
out of
want to
his
take
hand.
your lunch, and I'm the one that gave it to you.
Yeah, he had so much juice and confidence, but at the same time, like, yo, dog, don't do that. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, but
No, I'm not gonna lie. There's been like in high school, there's been kids that used to wear like cartoon book bags and all this other stuff, pink, whatever it was.
Right.
They just wear it. It'd be
Didn't matter.
those random kids. Like,
Yo, you
Yeah.
gotta be careful though. As a dad, I've learned in that like you can't ride your kids too hard about the style thing, because like I watch my kid walk out in great sneakers, and then I'm like, and that's what you're wearing with it, like,
Mhm.
It will
That doesn't
hurt
look
your
good.
heart every time.
and I'm like, what? And I say to him, I'm like, why are you wearing that out? And he's like, Dad, what do you mean? Like I spent like 15 minutes putting this together. So at the end of the day, like I want them to be happy, and I also don't want to be the dad that in any way hurts their confidence because they don't look
Mm.
exactly like me, or because they're still trying to figure out what it is that their style is. So
Yeah.
that's actually a good point, Brian.
See, that's
Mhm.
not me. See, I'm the dad that's going to help. I like to think that I help my kids build tough skin, because I will clown you to no end for wearing some old bull. For example, my oldest son. Remember, I don't know if you guys noticed this teenage phase a couple of years ago with Champion. And I'm talking about like big, huge Champion C logo on the sweatshirt. It was so disgusting. Everything he wore was Champion. Socks, the sweat.
Hey, you don't like
the hoodie.
champion?
Hell to the no.
Why?
I like the blank, and then you have something else on top of it. I don't want it to say Champion all over. Like that's
Yeah.
like something.
I can only do like the little C logo.
Exactly.
Not-
Little
not-
C
not
hit
the-
on the sleeve.
you don't like the champion.
There
sneakers,
goes
too?
another future sponsor out the window.
Boom.
You don't like the champion sneakers to match?
I will fight you.
Champion
Now,
sneakers.
Champion is gone. But every time we go shopping, I'm like, yo, they got a whole rack of Champion right there, playing right there on sale, $15. You don't want no Champion? And it's just like, oh, but I told you when you was wearing it, it was trash. Now you look back, you see it was trash. It's too late. You can't get that wax sauce off you. That's the approach that I take as a parent. And like, you know, kind of like what you guys were saying about your kids don't care what they wear. My kids still don't care. And that's what I love and I appreciate most, because I will clown. My wife is like, you're abusing our children. Like, you need to stop clowning them so hard.
Sound like
But-
one of those dance moms.
Right. Exactly. That's how I am. I'm a trophy dad. But listen,
Honey Boo Boo's mom.
when they leave the house and they get clowned, I'll tell you another quick story. One of the greatest and worst days of my life as a father was when my son got a letter from the superintendent of schools that he was bullying kids. And I was like,
chip off the whole block.
What?
I had to go to school, and we had to have a meeting about it. And in the meeting, they were saying, well, the kids, you know, what they like to do is make fun of each other, and your son is just too good at it, and it makes the kids cry,
Yes,
and then
yes,
it's a
yes.
bullying incident.
Tell
and
us-
I'm like,
tell us
yeah,
which-
that's my boy.
Tell us which kid it was.
It was Esteban. Are you kidding me? There's only one kid in my house that can make somebody else cry.
Cue the Josh clip of I learned it from you, Dad.
Exactly.
That's-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Bro.
Apple does not fall far from the tree.
Right.
Yeah, man. So
Mm.
I love it. We all take our own unique approaches. And at the end of the day, our kids are who they are. They're not robots. I'm not forcing my style on them. I'm forcing them to own who they are, because you want to walk out here with a Hello Kitty lunchbox, you better be ready to knuckle, and you know somebody gonna say something. You gonna have to wear that.
The problem
But
is,
as how bad did you feel when you heard that he was bagging on kids for wearing champion gear? Like that was really bad, right?
I was so
It was like
proud,
full
man.
circle.
Can't be prouder.
He's
That's
well-
so messed up.
I was so proud, bro. The problem is though.
That's my son.
The problem is, just like you said, I can bag on him for doing that, but like when he has the
Man.
juice to do it, like that's
Right.
that's the problem. Like that's where you have the real problem.
Yeah,
Like,
but Brian, you
I-
could take your brush out real quick and custom it right before he leaves the door and him not know.
I'm like, yo, I'm not even gonna think. Yo, I thought about doing that. I was like, maybe we'll put some sunglasses on him. The
You're good.
whole bag
Yeah.
was pink. It was it was pink, and then it had some some stains on it. I was like,
Like, come here, son. Let me put some green on this and make
yeah,
it look
right.
Gucci kitty.
Yeah, man, bro.
Oh,
Nah,
man.
that's hilarious.
As always, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notify bell. And check out our channel for other content. We'll see you in the next one.